Muscle loss. After 60? Here's the truth. No one told you. Have you noticed your legs feeling weaker lately? Maybe it takes a little extra effort to stand up from your favorite chair. Or you've started holding onto the railing when climbing stairs. And the first thought that crosses your mind is probably, I'm just getting older. But what if I told you that muscle loss isn't just a natural part of aging and it's not something you have to accept? What most people don't realize is that muscle loss, or what doctors call sarcopenia, isn't just about the number on your birthday cake. It's actually a metabolic condition. That's right, a condition. And, like many conditions, it can be slowed, managed, and even reversed. You see, as we get older, the body goes through a lot of changes, some visible, like gray hair or wrinkles, but others are happening deep inside. Over time, our muscles may stop responding to the usual signals that tell them to stay strong and active. That's why you might start noticing those subtle signs like feeling unsteady on your feet or struggling to rise after sitting. But here's the good news. These aren't just signs of old age. They're your body's way of calling out for help. And more importantly, they're signs you can do something about starting today. In just a few minutes, I'm going to share with you 2 incredibly simple foods that most people overlook. Foods that can help reignite your body's ability to build and maintain muscle, even well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need hours at the gym. You just need to understand how your body works, and how a few small changes in what you eat can lead to big improvements in how you move, feel, and live. So if you've been feeling a little weaker or more off balance lately, don't panic. You're not broken. You're just missing a few key pieces of the puzzle. And I'm here to help you put them back in place. Stay with me, because this could be the turning point where you take back your strength, your energy, and your independence one bite at a time. Let's dive in. The hidden reason your muscles aren't responding like they used to. So, you've started eating more protein, maybe even added some light workouts to your routine, but your muscles still feel weaker. You're doing all the right things, so why aren't you getting stronger? Well, there's a reason, and it's one that most doctors rarely explain clearly. It's called anabolic resistance, and if you're over 60, it could be the missing piece of the puzzle. Anabolic resistance is what happens when your body becomes less responsive to the normal signals that tell it to build and repair muscle. Think of it like trying to turn on a light with a worn-out switch. You're sending the signal, but nothing's happening. This is why, for many older adults, eating enough protein or staying active just isn't enough anymore. The body doesn't process those nutrients the way it used to. As a result, muscle maintenance slows down. And before you know it, you're losing strength faster than you expected sometimes without even realizing it. That's the frustrating part. You're putting in effort, but your body is no longer responding the way it did in your 30s or 40s. This is one of the main reasons muscle loss accelerates after 60, and it often leads to more than just weakness. It can affect your balance, energy, and independence. But here's the encouraging truth. Anabolic resistance is not a life sentence. It's a condition that can be improved and even reversed with the right combination of nutrition and lifestyle changes. Research has shown that older adults who consume higher quality protein, especially at the right times of day, can kickstart the body's ability to synthesize muscle again. That means you're not just slowing down the loss, you're actively rebuilding what's been lost. Think of it this way. Your muscles haven't given up on you. They're just waiting for the right signal. And that signal might be a better breakfast, a more balanced dinner, or a smarter way to time your meals with activity. In the next section, we'll break down exactly how to send that signal loud and clear, and I'll show you a specific food that can make all the difference. So, if you've been doing your best but still feel like you're slipping backward, Don't give up. You're not failing. Your body just needs a new strategy. And that's exactly what we're about to explore. The overlooked key to muscle loss. After 60, let's talk about something most people don't realize plays a huge role in muscle loss, and that's insulin sensitivity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Isn't insulin just about blood sugar and diabetes? That's what most people believe. But the truth is, insulin is also deeply involved in how your muscles absorb nutrients, especially protein, the very building block your muscles need to grow, repair, and stay strong. Here's how it works. When you eat a meal with protein, your body releases insulin to help move that protein, specifically amino acids, into your muscle cells. This is essential for muscle recovery and growth. But as we age, something quietly starts to change. Our sensitivity to insulin declines. In simple terms, your body stops responding to insulin as well as it used to. So even if you're eating high-quality protein and getting some exercise, your muscles might not be receiving the nutrients they need to stay strong. It's like the delivery truck is outside your house, but no one's opening the door. This is a huge reason why muscle loss speeds up after 60, not just because we move less, but because our bodies stop using food as effectively, and it's not always obvious. You may feel like your muscles are shrinking or you're losing strength for no reason, when in fact, your body just isn't absorbing what you give it. But here's the good news. Insulin sensitivity isn't set in stone. You can absolutely improve it at any age. In fact, studies published in the Journal of Gerontology show that improving insulin sensitivity can restore your muscles' ability to absorb protein, helping reverse the muscle loss that seemed unstoppable. So how do you do it? Start with what's on your plate. Eating nutrient-dense foods that keep your blood sugar stable, like leafy greens, legumes, fatty fish, and whole grains, can make a powerful difference. At the same time, cut back on refined sugars and processed carbs, which are known to worsen insulin resistance over time. And here's another key. Move your body. You don't need to run marathons. Simple strength exercises, walking, or light resistance training can dramatically improve how your body uses insulin and how it rebuilds muscle. Think of insulin sensitivity as the switch that unlocks your muscle building power. When it's turned on, everything works better. Your food becomes fuel. Your body responds. Your strength returns. So if you've been doing all the right things but still feel like your muscles are fading, improving your insulin sensitivity might just be the missing piece. Let's make sure your muscles are not just fed but fueled for real growth. The one nutrient your muscles are begging for. Let's talk about something that doesn't get nearly enough attention, but could be the missing link in your fight against muscle loss after 60. It's called leucine, and it's not just another nutrient on the label of your protein shake. Leucine is an essential amino acid, meaning your body can't make it on its own. You have to get it through food. And more importantly, it's the spark plug that tells your muscles, "Hi, it's time to grow." You see, leucine plays a key role in activating something called mTOR, a special enzyme that flips the switch on muscle protein synthesis. Without it, your body can't effectively repair or build new muscle, no matter how much protein you're eating. Here's the challenge. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing and using amino acids, including leucine. That means older adults need more of it than younger folks, just to get the same results. It's not unfair, it's biology. But it does mean we need to be a little more intentional about where we get our protein and how we fuel our bodies. If you're not getting enough leucine, your muscle-building machinery slows down. That leads to muscle weakness, fatigue, and that frustrating feeling of losing strength even when you're trying to do the right things. But here's the good news. Getting more leucine is completely doable, and it doesn't require fancy supplements or expensive superfoods. Some of the best sources are already familiar. Eggs, chicken, beef, fish, and especially grass-fed beef liver, which, by the way, is one of the most leucine-rich foods you can eat. Just 100 grams of beef liver contains nearly 3 grams of leucine, making it a powerhouse for muscle support. And no, you don't have to eat liver every day. Even having it once or twice a week can give your muscles the signal they've been waiting for. Think of it as feeding your body the exact key it needs to unlock strength, energy, and independence. So, if your muscles have felt like they're not bouncing back the way they used to, if you've been feeling weaker or less stable, it might not be about getting old. It might just be about getting more leucine. You're not broken. Your body just needs the right tools. And leucine? That's one of the most powerful tools in your toolbox. Coming up next, I'll reveal the one often overlooked food that combines leucine, B vitamins, iron, and more, and has helped thousands of older adults rebuild their strength naturally. Stay with me. The secret superfood that could restore your strength. Alright, so we've talked about muscle loss, insulin, and the power of leucine. But now it's time to reveal one of the most powerful, underrated foods that could help you reverse muscle loss and restore your strength, even if you're well into your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Ready for it? It's grass-fed beef liver. Now, I know what you might be thinking, liver. Really? And I get it. Liver doesn't always sound glamorous, but stick with me, because this humble organ meat is a true nutritional powerhouse. It's packed with exactly what your muscles are craving and more. Let's start with leucine, the amino acid we just talked about. Just 100 grams of beef liver contains about 2.9 grams of leucinione, of the highest natural concentrations you can find in any food. That's like hitting the ignition switch for your muscle growth engine. But beef liver doesn't stop there. It's also loaded with vitamin B12, which is essential for energy production. B12 helps your body make red blood cells, which deliver oxygen to your muscles so you can feel more energized and less fatigued during the day. And then there's iron, another critical player. Iron supports the mitochondria, which are basically the tiny power plants inside your cells. They help generate stamina and physical endurance, so you're not just building muscle, but also rebuilding the energy to use it. Unlike many store-bought supplements or heavily processed health foods, grass-fed beef liver is completely natural. No additives, no synthetic fillers. And because it's from grass-fed sources, you avoid the harmful hormones and toxins often found in conventionally raised meats. And the best part? You don't have to eat it every day. Even just once or twice a week can make a real difference. It's affordable, nutrient-dense, and incredibly efficient at feeding your muscles what they truly need. Imagine this. Just a few servings a week of the right food fueling your body with the strength to climb stairs confidently, stand tall without effort, and move through your day without feeling drained. So, if you've been searching for a natural, time-tested way to take back your energy, your strength, and your independence, beef liver might just be the secret weapon your body's been waiting for. Coming up next, we'll talk about when to eat protein-rich foods like this for the biggest impact on muscle growth, because timing matters more than most people realize. Stay tuned. The muscle-building power of an everyday food, whole eggs. Now, if I told you one of the most powerful muscle-building foods for people over 60 was sitting right in your refrigerator, would you believe me? Here's the surprising truth. Whole eggs. Simple, affordable, everyday eggs are one of the most effective tools you can use to rebuild muscle and stay strong as you age. You've probably heard eggs are a good source of protein, and that's true. But there's more going on beneath that shell than most people realize. Each egg contains leucine, the amino acid we talked about earlier, the spark plug that jumpstarts your body's ability to build muscle. And get this, Just one medium egg gives you around 0.5 to 0.6 grams of leucine. Eat 2 or 3 eggs in a day, and you're already well on your way to hitting that 2.5 grams per meal target needed to activate muscle growth, especially important after 60. But here's where it gets really interesting. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found something remarkable. When participants ate whole eggs after exercise, their bodies synthesized more muscle protein than those who ate the same amount of protein from just egg whites. Same protein content, but the whole egg had a far greater impact. Why? Because the yolk so often tossed aside is packed with supportive nutrients that make all the difference. Healthy cholesterol, choline for brain and nerve health, vitamin D to help your body absorb calcium and support muscle function, B12 for energy production, and heart-healthy fats that aid in recovery and cell repair. These nutrients work together like a symphony, one enhancing the others. So when you eat the whole egg, you're not just getting protein, you're feeding your muscles, your brain, your bones, and your nervous system all at once. And here's the best part. Eggs are affordable, versatile, and easy to prepare. Whether you boil them, scramble them, fry them, or toss them into a salad, every egg is a small step toward reclaiming your strength, flexibility, and independence. So, if you've been wondering what you can do right now, today to take better care of your muscles and keep your body strong as the years go by, maybe the answer really is as simple as starting with an egg. Up next, we'll talk about how to time your meals to make the most of these powerful foods. Because what you eat matters, but when you eat it, that's a game changer. Timing is everything. The secret to building muscle. After 60. Let me ask you something most people don't think about. Is your body more likely to build muscle at certain times of day? Believe it or not, yes, it is. When it comes to rebuilding muscle after 60, it's not just about what you eat, it's about when you eat it. And this one shift in your daily routine could make all the difference. Here's what science tells us. Eating around 30 grams of protein and at least 2.5 grams of leucine in the morning can kickstart muscle protein synthesis. That's your body's process of repairing and building new muscle tissue. Why the morning? Because after a full night's rest, your muscles are like a dry sponge ready to soak up nutrients. By fueling your body early with high-quality protein, you're sending a strong, clear message. It's time to build, not break down. That's a powerful way to start the day, not just for your muscles, but for your energy, your balance, and even your mood. But it doesn't stop with breakfast. Another crucial habit, spreading your protein intake evenly across all 3 meals. Most people pack all their protein into dinner, and while that might feel satisfying, it's actually not the most effective way to maintain muscle. Instead, aim to eat a steady amount of protein every 4 to 5 hours. This keeps your body in what we call an anabolic state, a state where it's constantly repairing, preserving, and building muscle throughout the day. Think of it like feeding a fire. You don't want one big log at night. You want small, steady pieces throughout the day to keep the flame alive. And what kind of protein should you choose? Go for the good stuff: lean meats, eggs, dairy, whey protein, soy, or nutrient-dense foods like grass-fed beef liver. These aren't just high in protein, they're rich in leucine, the amino acid that acts as a trigger for muscle growth. If you've been feeling like your strength just isn't bouncing back the way it used to, the timing of your meals might be the key you've been missing. It's a simple shift, no drastic changes, no extreme diets, just consistency and intentional choices throughout the day. Because after 60, every meal is an opportunity to build strength, to protect your independence, to feel more energized and more like you again. Up next, we'll dive into why building muscle isn't just about strength. It's the secret to a better metabolism, a healthier heart, and a longer life. Stay with me. The secret weapon to aging well isn't what you think. It's muscle. Let me ask you something you may not have thought about lately. When you hear the word muscle, what comes to mind? Most people picture bodybuilders or athletes, big weights, gyms, grunting. But here's the truth, especially after 60. Muscle becomes so much more than strength. It's your secret weapon for healthy aging. In fact, your muscle mass plays a powerful role in how your metabolism works, how your body handles blood sugar, and even how well you protect yourself from serious health conditions like diabetes and heart disease. Let me explain. Muscle isn't just tissue that helps you move. It's actually a metabolically active organ, meaning it burns calories even when you're at rest. The more muscle you have, the more efficiently your body uses energy. That's why people with healthy muscle mass often find it easier to maintain a healthy weight even as they age. And here's the kicker. Muscle is a key player in managing blood sugar. When you eat, your muscles help absorb and store glucose, keeping your blood sugar levels stable. Less muscle? Less ability to manage blood sugar. That's one reason why low muscle mass is linked to a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. But it doesn't stop there. Building and preserving muscle also helps reduce visceral fat, the dangerous fat that builds up around your internal organs. Visceral fat isn't just stubborn, it's toxic. It increases inflammation, disrupts hormones, and raises your risk of heart disease, insulin resistance, and cognitive decline. So yes, building muscle can literally protect your brain and your heart, not just your biceps. Let that sink in. More muscle, less visceral fat, better blood sugar control, stronger heart, healthier brain. Now imagine what that means for your life. More energy to play with your grandkids, more stability and balance to prevent falls, a sharper mind to stay independent longer, and yes, even a boost in mood and confidence. And the best part? You don't need a gym membership or a bodybuilding routine. You just need consistency, nutrient-rich foods, and simple strength-building exercises a few times a week. So the next time someone tells you that losing muscle is just part of getting older, smile and show them how you're building yours back, day by day. Because muscle isn't just about how you move, it's about how you live. Coming up next, we'll explore how building muscle doesn't just slow aging, it may actually help you live longer. Stay with me. Building muscle isn't just about strength, it's about staying young. Let's talk about something that might surprise you. When you think about anti-aging, what comes to mind? Creams? Supplements? Maybe walking more, eating better, or staying mentally active. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful anti-aging tools you have is your muscle? That's right, building and maintaining muscle as you age doesn't just help you feel stronger. It can actually help you live longer and live better. You see, your muscle mass is directly linked to longevity. Study after study has shown that people with more muscle as they age have lower risks of falls, fractures, memory loss, and even death from chronic disease. Why? Because muscle is like your body's armor. It protects your bones. It keeps you steady. It helps you move safely and confidently through the world. Think about this. 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and many of those falls lead to injuries that seriously affect independence or worse. But when you have strong muscles, especially in your legs and core, your balance improves, your reflexes sharpen, and your risk of falling drops significantly. And it's not just your body that benefits, your brain does too. Muscle-building activities like strength training have been shown to improve mood, boost memory, and even enhance brain function. It's like giving your mind a workout while you're giving your body one. You feel more alert, you sleep better, and you start to experience more confidence day by day. Why does this matter so much? Because aging doesn't have to mean fading away. You don't have to lose your independence. You don't have to accept weakness, forgetfulness, or fear of falling as just the way it is. Not when you can actively fight back with something as natural as movement and nutrition. Whether it's lifting light weights, doing bodyweight squats, or walking with purpose, every rep is a step toward a stronger, sharper, more vibrant you. So if you're looking for a real anti-aging solution, one that doesn't come in a bottle, start by building muscle. Not just for your strength, not just for how you look, for your life, for your independence, for your future. Up next, we'll break down exactly how to start rebuilding muscle with simple exercises and nutrition, no matter your current fitness level, because it's never too late to get stronger. Start today, your comeback begins now. Let's bring this all home. You've learned a lot about muscle loss, metabolism, and the power of the right foods, but none of it matters unless you take that first step. And the best part? That step can be small, simple. Even something you do today, right after this video. So here's what I want you to remember. First, aim to get 30 grams of protein in every meal, with at least 2.5 grams of leucine. And no, you don't need fancy powders or complicated diets. Some of the best sources are right in front of you. Grass-fed beef liver, whole eggs, and other protein-rich whole foods that your muscles will thank you for. These foods aren't just fuel, they're signals to your body that it's time to grow stronger, to rebuild, and to reclaim what time may have tried to take away. Next, let's talk movement. You don't need to lift heavy weights or join a gym to start building muscle. 2 to 3 times a week, add in simple resistance exercises like squats, push-ups against a wall or counter, or lifting light dumbbells or even water bottles. These small, consistent efforts build up over time, strengthening your body, improving your balance, and helping you feel more confident in your own skin. And finally, don't underestimate rest. Your muscles don't grow when you're working out, they grow when you're recovering. That means aiming for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. This is when your body rebuilds tissue, balances hormones, and restores energy. Rest isn't a luxury, it's your muscle recovery plan in action. Now, I know it can feel overwhelming. Maybe you're thinking, can I really start now? At my age? The answer is yes, you can. No matter your age, whether you're 60, 70, or even 85, it's never too late to start feeling stronger, moving better, and living more fully. The magic isn't in doing everything perfectly, it's in doing a little consistently. So today, make one small decision. Maybe it's choosing eggs for breakfast. Maybe it's doing 5 squats while you brush your teeth. Maybe it's turning in early for a full night's sleep. Whatever it is, start today. Because the comeback doesn't belong to the young. It belongs to the willing. And you, my friend, are more than capable. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Together, we're building not just strength but a better future, one day at a time.